Great, yeah. Thanks, dude. Of course.
I'm Elisa Parker. It is the Wild and Scenic Film Festival. 24 years of this phenomenal festival, the largest of its kind. We're bringing, I call them the everyday environmental action heroes together, the storytellers, the people featured in the films, our supporters. It's all happening right here in Nevada City in Grass Valley, California. I'm excited to feature our next guest. He came from the other side of the country, from Maine, actually. We have Nick here, and the film is called Maine's Seaweed Moment. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Welcome, by the way, to the festival.
Thank you.
It's quite a journey to come from Maine.
It is, yeah. You guys got snow here. We're getting hammered at home right now. So.
I know. You know what? So I lived in this community for over 20 years and moved to Brooklyn, New York the last 3 years. And so we're delaying our trip home because there's supposed to be a blizzard happening right now.
Yeah, it's basically everything to the northeast is canceled tomorrow, but you
live the Stephen King life up in Maine, where it's and you have a lot of time to think about how you're going to change the world, like with this film.
That's right, clowns and rabid dogs and all of it. No, this was a great project. We worked with World Wildlife Fund on this, and there is so much opportunity in the Maine coast. It's actually like the largest coastline in the U.S. because of all the inlets and islands, and there's just all this opportunity for aquaculture. And it's not like the sort of we just saw a film about sort of fin, salmon aquaculture that's can be quite devastating.
Yeah.
This is kelp grown on lines, and what's awesome about it is as everybody knows, Maine is famous for lobstering. So there's this huge existing lobster fishery that a lot of these boats just aren't being used in the wintertime, and so the infrastructure can be used to grow seaweed.
Wow. In the winter, even. It doesn't freeze over?
No.
Okay.
It's been a wicked cold winter, and most of the harbors are still water. So yeah.
How did you get connected into this topic and this subject matter?
We've been partnering with World Wildlife Fund on a few different projects over the years, and Maine is one big small town, so we knew the seaweed farmers and some of the scientists already. There's actually another film that was part of this shoot about kelp and seaweed being used as an additive for cattle feed. But we're going to wait till the timing's better politically to release that one. There's some fear around funding and stuff for some of these organizations involved.
Right. Well, let's talk about the powerful attributes of kelp, seaweed. I was shocked to learn. I mean, first for cattle feed, but it reduced methane, which contributes to climate. Is that true? Or I learned that in your film.
Well, I don't know. It's more about deacidification than methane, honestly. What you see a lot of in aquaculture in Maine is like oysters being grown with kelp.
Yes.
So there's this oxygenation that, the oysters find useful, so they're great companion species.
Okay, and they're a great purifier, too. In fact, we had Ben on earlier. We just had Jeff on, who was talking about Abby and microplastics and oysters. So it's perfect timing to have you here, Nick.
Yeah, no, one thing that I learned is these kelp farms have like wave dampening effects. So with like different tides, tides are rising, the ocean's rising. It has the ability, cause like I said, Maine has a lot of these harbors. So if you position these kelp farms, it can actually like knock down the waves a little bit. So that was something that I learned. But there's a lot of science being done, a lot of research being done for the use of kelp and other seaweeds and bioplastics. It's also a great fertilizer. So yeah, it was a nice little snapshot in the lives of these two seaweed farmers who. Yeah. Were
you doing any of the cinema photography yourself for this? Like, do you go, or do you scuba?
I do not scuba. I do know how to swim. But no.
Do you know how to swim, Nick? Number one.
I do. I'm fortunate to have that skill. I think I have an assistant camera credit, but I was a producer and a director on the film. Yeah, we had I don't know, I think we filmed 6 days.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the biggest surprise for you in addition to what you just shared with us?
Let's see. Well, no, it was interesting. Like I was saying, like the other film that we just had to sort of wait for better timing politically to release. I'm pretty sure this audience is going to be okay with me saying, revealing that, the current administration isn't necessarily stoked on the climate change word. It seems like a swear word, but that's why we literally couldn't release that other film. Or they chose not to release it. They want to have a better impact with timing it correctly. But as far as the material goes, here's something that I was surprised with. There's a lot of folks that own second homes on the coast of Maine, and they put up a stink about these kelp farms out in the ocean that they could see because, there's buoys involved, there's people going there to check on the lines and what have you, and they were trying to get their towns to stop doing this.
Wow.
And then come to find out that they pay more in taxes on their property that some of these folks make in a year. And so when that was brought up to people in town meeting, they were like, yeah, maybe you can go ahead and make your livelihood here in the waters.
Right. You can have a kelp farm. Well, and also, we have quite a bit of kelp forests out here in Northern California on the coast. And there is the microdiversity that lives there and the wildlife, the marine life that it supports is pretty amazing. In addition to all the other things that seaweed kelp can provide.
No, absolutely. In that wild environment. That's awesome. Do you scuba dive?
I've gone scuba diving once.
That sounds like a great.
But not here. But yeah.
Sounds like a great setting for a scuba diving trip.
All right, well, I'll let you know, Nick. Well, actually, a lot of people, when they do train here, actually do it in Monterey Bay, which has, some of our largest kelp forests out there. So a lot of people, if you are thinking of scuba diving, that's probably where you'll end up. Or actually, they have people go to Lake Tahoe, surprisingly, as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. You're getting a little California history on this, Nick. Well, what's up next for you?
We are working on a film about an outdoor club in a rural town in Maine, in Rumford, Maine. And it's tied into this network called Teens to Trails that supports Maine students with life-changing outdoor experiences. So we're going to try to use the story of this individual club to amplify the work of this greater organization. And hopefully that'll be complete in October.
Okay.
And so we're really excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we hope to see you back at Wild and Scenic. Come and visit us again. Maybe you'll feature that film here.
Yeah.
We'll see. But it's really good to have you here.
No,
in
it's
Nevada City.
been fantastic. Our whole team's really enjoyed it, and you guys do an awesome job with this festival. It's really fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's an incredible team. It's an incredible team that makes magic happen. Wild and Scenic makes magic happen, and we've been doing it for 24 years. You get to connect with people like Nick, who came out here from Maine, learn more about the kelp forests and seaweed. And, this is part of the solutions and how it applies to us as everyday people. And I certainly learned a lot from this, Nick, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Elisa Parker. It is Wild and Scenic, and we'll be right back.